Hello, my name is Scott Orme, and I'll be your instructor this quarter for English 101 through the American Honors College and Community Colleges of Spokane. I look forward to working with you. What I'd like to do here is give you an introduction to the course, highlight a few strategies of how to do well, and point you to some readings that you might want to take note of. First, let me just define what Composition 101 is, and maybe a little bit of what it is not. English Composition 101 is a course that introduces you to academic reading, writing, and thinking. Some students aren't sure exactly of what 101 is, but that's the nature of it. It's not creative writing, it's not writing fiction, it's not writing poetry, valued pursuits in their own right. It is focused on academic discourse. So our job is to feel more confident, to build skills that will make our writing of college essays successful and clear, and hopefully probe into some ideas that are new to us. So Composition 101 does those are its purposes. How to do well in this class does revolve around a few simple but challenging steps. The first one is reading. Read everything closely. Of course you should read the syllabus closely. Of course you should read the various assignments closely and ask a lot of questions. But when I say read everything closely, here I'm talking about the assigned texts. They're not the sort of thing that you stumble upon on a blog or in other circumstances of more informal circumstances. Instead, our readings may be short, but they almost always require 2, 3, sometimes 4 readings. So I encourage you to be patient. Don't get discouraged if the first time through you're on page 3 of a reading and you've had to look up 20 words, or the writer quoted something in Latin. You just got to skip over that for the first time and get through it, ask a lot of questions, and realize that you're building skills to be a better reader of challenging, often important text. That alone is a lot to accomplish, and I think by the end of the quarter you'll feel like you have a lot more confidence with reading interesting, engaging, scholarly work. A second step for English 101, obviously, would be how to write about those texts, how to write about ideas that may be new to you or certainly are not easily digested in a paragraph. I want to remind you of the writing process, which I assume you may be familiar with from high school or earlier courses, where you don't try to write something in one sitting, but rather you start with an idea, you jot it down, you put it on your phone, you write it on a napkin, maybe you do a formal outline, but you let the idea percolate in your brain. That writing process is very important, and we will review it if it's been a while since you've taken another composition course, but what are ways to make your writing process smooth, fluid, and with an end result of a powerful essay. So we do drafting, we do outlining, we share our rough drafts with peers, and then we try to edit and revise our work so it speaks to what we want it to speak to. Finally, another aspect of the course you should know about is collecting all of our work in the last week of the quarter in a portfolio. This is required for all English 101 students at the community colleges. This work will have revised work, it will have in-class timed work, and it will have what you consider your best work and why you consider it your best work. Not only will I be reading that, but also someone else in the English department, so you can get feedback from someone who has not been working with you. That can be a real plus when you move on to another college, to have 2 instructors' feedback on your work. In general then, welcome to a course that emphasizes writing, thinking, reading. I hope you find the text I've selected engaging. I'm certain you'll find some of them frustrating, but in the long run, I hear from students that whatever we read, they always remember it. It will certainly push you a little bit. I hope you enjoy that. If you haven't, I guess the final thing I should say is don't forget to ask questions. This first week you should be bouncing around Canvas, making sure you're getting comfortable what's in coursework, what's in sessions, how the various aspects of the software work, but also feel free to shoot me any email you have about any aspect of the course. Again, welcome to 101. I look forward to working with you all quarter.